Willie D. Live.
What's up, family? Nolan Wells' parents are accusing this woman right here, Angel Myers McIlrath. She is the district attorney. She's being accused of negotiating in bad faith. Yeah, fam. See, they had a little deal, to examine the phone. They were supposed to do a joint examination of the phone. And the parents say that the DA pretty much did a bait and switch on him. Yeah, fam. Yeah, true story. The legal team representing the family of Nolan Wells attacked the district attorney's office in South Mississippi on Friday, saying District Attorney Angel Myers McIlrath is not operating in good faith in the investigation into the death of the beloved Ocean Springs teen. In a letter sent to McIlrath on August 13th, the legal team said that Nolan's parents remain willing to facilitate a forensic examination of Nolan's phone, consistent with what both parties agreed on July 15th. According to the legal team, at that July 15th meeting, the parties agreed to jointly coordinate forensic examination of the phone using the digital forensics lab at Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College with possible FBI involvement. According to the legal team's correspondence, no date or time for that examination was ever set. Instead, check this out, family. Oh man, this is dirty right here. On August 12th at 11:51 p.m., 11:51 p.m., when most people are in bed, sleep, knocked out, the district attorney's office sent a letter directing the family to deliver the phone to her office by 9 a.m. on August 14th, less than 48 hours later. Nolan's parents were outside Mississippi when that letter was sent and were not scheduled to return before the deadline. So, what's going on, Angel? You're not really acting like an angel. You're not living up to your name, man. You're living up to the devil. You got an angel, and then you got the devil. Now, the devil is the opposite of God. What is the opposite of angel? Angel, demon, something like that, right? Angel, what's up with that? You really sent them people a demand letter at 11:51 p.m. Even if that was for 6 months from now, you don't send anybody a letter that serious at 11:51 p.m. unless you don't want them to see it. Right or wrong, family? The tricks and the games that they play. So now we got the Nolan Wells investigation taking another ugly turn. Because now the people who are supposed to be working towards the same goal, finding out what happened to Nolan, are publicly fighting over whether the district attorney is even acting in good faith. And, as I think about it, fam, I'm going to be fair. When I line up Nolan's parents and I line up the DA, and I look at both sides, I look at the evidence, I conclude that the DA is dead wrong. I wish I would side with the DA. She got such a sordid record of corruption. Yeah, man, she's been accused of all types of corruption. Why would I believe anything she says? Why would I take anybody serious on a business side of things who sends out a letter at 11:51 p.m. with a deadline of 48 hours? Why would I mean, that's just not good business. So how did we get here? Nolan's family wants answers about what happened to their son. The attorneys and the DA have been dealing with the examination of Nolan's phone, potentially one of the most important pieces of evidence in the case. Now the family's legal team is accusing the DA of bad faith over how that process has been handled. when the victim's lawyers and the prosecutor can't even agree on how critical evidence should be examined, we got a problem. But again, I do not believe that the fault is mutual. This is on the DA. The family said, we ready. We cocked and loaded. We ready. Whenever you're ready to do it, let's do it. I think the DA is playing games. The phone is the elephant in the room, because Nolan's phone could potentially contain messages, calls, photographs, and video location information. Communications from his last hours alive. The family has said that they're willing to participate in a joint forensic examination. So the question becomes, what exactly is preventing everybody from agreeing on the procedure? Stop fighting over who gets the phone and figure out what's on the damn phone. I think they had a deal, and I think that the DA broke that deal. I just don't trust her. And for her to send that letter out at 51 p.m., that just goes to show you she's either incompetent or corrupt. Pick one. The bad faith accusations are serious. Don't treat bad faith as your findings, though. You can't treat it as your findings. It's the family's attorney's accusation. But lawyers don't typically use that language casually in their correspondence with prosecutors, especially. If the family's attorneys believe the DA changed their expectations, imposed unreasonable deadlines, or mischaracterized their cooperation, they need to show the documentation, and the DA deserves an opportunity to explain her side. But all she's going to be doing is a bunch of mumbo-jumboing, because she ain't really got a side. She ain't got a leg to stand on. I'm not looking for either side to spin, but it looks to me that the parents and their lawyers have been transparent from the jump. They have been trying to figure out, they've been very vocal about finding out what happened to Nolan Wells from the jump. They've been boots on the ground from the jump. They've been getting people involved and going out searching and, following up on leads, doing stuff investigators are supposed to do. So I trust the parents over the investigators. I trust the parents over the DA and the DA's office. If you've given the DA the benefit of doubt, think about this. Put yourself in the shoes of the parents. Why was there such a short deadline? According to the family's account, they received a demand involving delivery of the phone on a tight timeline. So ask yourself why. Why was there a legitimate investigative reason? Or was there a legitimate investigative reason for the urgency? And if it was, when did it stop? Because it seemed like they asked for it, and then nothing happened, and then nothing happened, and then nothing happened. So what was the urgency? Was that deadline previously discussed? I doubt it. Could anybody have simply picked the mutual acceptance or acceptable forensics experts and date? I doubt it. I doubt it, because the DA wasn't going to let that go down like that. She want to call all the shots. They're used to people not having resources. They're used to people not having their own lawyers and who can match their lawyer's wit. They're used to that. And so they're used to calling shots, kind of like a doctor who is not used to family members or their patient asking questions. And then, because it's normally academic when they come in to check on a patient. They come in, hey, got any questions? Okay, no, okay, I'll see you tomorrow. See you Wednesday. But when you ask questions, it's almost like they're shocked. They're like, oh, okay, I wasn't ready for that. Okay, well, and then they start explaining. This DA, I do believe, is not looking for justice. I think she's trying to circumvent justice. We've been waiting weeks for answers, weeks. But suddenly, everybody's got to move overnight. Explain that. Talking to you, Angel, explain that. Everybody's been sitting tight for weeks. We're sitting tight for weeks. Now, all of a sudden, it's an emergency to get the phone. You got to send out a letter at 11:51 p.m. You could not have been serious about Nolan's family receiving that letter. Because I know if somebody send me something that late, they're probably going to have to tell me that they sent it, because I'm going to have to go back and dig. I have to dig. You get a lot of spam, you get a lot of messages, but you also get a lot of spam. I get a lot of messages. So I'm not looking for messages or emails from the night before. I'm looking for emails from today. If I'm in my email, if I'm in my inbox, I'm looking for emails from today, not yesterday. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.